Greetings and welcome back everybody, this is LL and today we're gonna be reviewing another hardware wallet. And actually I've been contacted by multiple different companies who basically want me to review their wallets, so stay tuned for those. But for the full disclosure, yes, I got a free review copy, and that has been the case with my previous hardware wallet reviews as well. I never been paid to have an opinion about these products. Yes, I always have also included affiliate links on these reviews in case you want to buy them, but I really try to just to give you most objective take I can have on the product, so you can basically make your own decision whatever is worth the money or not. So today we're going to be reviewing Keystone Pro, which is actually a bit of an older model which Keystone company has done, and they just are basically on a pre-sale for Keystone Pro 3, which we're probably going to be also reviewing on the channel in the future. And that will be cool because we can actually compare what things have been changed and what things have been improved on the newer version of the wallet. And yes, the Keystone Pro original version is still on sale on their platform, but there's also option to obviously buy the newer version, which probably is going to be the better deal here for the most part. Obviously I haven't tried the third version, so I can't say that, but that's my assumption, because the Keystone Pro version is priced at $170 and the current version or the new version is basically priced out at a much lower price point. So when you go into here in the products, you have the Keystone 3 and the Keystone 3 Pro, and this is going to be priced at $129 and currently on sale at $96, okay? And it's a bit more advanced in its features. Once again, I haven't done a very deep look into it quite yet, so I don't know much about it except that they have done some improvements on it. So let's kind of go through what are the exact features here, what Keystone Pro is actually offering, and what are like some of the strengths here which some other wallets basically don't have. And I just also, you know, just a disclaimer here, there is also Keystone Essential, which seems to be a pretty similar model to the Pro version. And then there are a lot of these metal tablet things which can come out pretty useful as other alternatives. There's paper versions coming out on in this version as well. And basically, it's a touchscreen interface, which is a good thing, because if you have used like Nano Ledger using buttons, like especially when you have like 2 buttons or something, it's extremely tedious. So when you are typing up passwords and things like that, it's actually very convenient to have a touchscreen, and this seems to become a lot more of the norm. I'm a bit more of like an old school guy, so I do like to have analog buttons here, like obviously you have the power button there, but there's no other buttons actually in the Keystone wallet. And there is also the EAL 5+ secure element, and this is basically what they call the bank rate. I think this is pretty much similar to a lot of the other you know, security chips which are used by other wallets. And then there is this fingerprint sensor, and I think this is the only one that has that fingerprint sensor login, which is very convenient because you just tap into your, I mean, most of you, I do at least, have fingerprint on my phones. It's very convenient compared to like typing in your password every single time, and it's a lot more higher security, because if your passwords get leaked, it doesn't matter because they can't access the phone without your finger, okay? Maybe you're sleeping somewhere and, you know, they cut your finger off. But that's pretty extreme, okay? But fundamentally, like, the fingerprint sensor is actually really strong, you know, form of security. And then there is the anti-tamper destruct mechanism. So basically, it will wipe out the private keys if it's like there's a detection of something like being tampered here. In terms of the coins being supported, we have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have USDT, Bitcoin Cash, XRP, Kusama and Polkadot, Dash, Litecoin, and Tron. And I would say that this is pretty standard coin support. I mean, there could be more of these, like Cardano's missing here from top coins. I think Matic is being supported because there's an EVM support on this wallet, the way I remember it. You just have to activate it on the thing. And in terms of the, well, we're going to be going into later on the battery stuff and dimension. It's around same size of like normal phones, a bit more thicker and a bit more shorter. I think it's right size, right weight. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. It's like a good size, you know, right there in the middle. And it has a 24 keyword seed phrase. So let's now go into the actual clip here to see basically the unboxing. So here is the, there's two boxes when you actually buy it. There's these anti-tamper tapes. Obviously I've already cut this one. It didn't came out open. And here we have the model here. And you can see there's the camera on the back and also the fingerprint. And here is the battery. And the battery can be opened up from here. And once you basically get it open, you can see that there are battery holes. This is not the only battery there is. There's actually two different batteries. The one that works with batteries and one that is chargeable. So you have two different options here. People who don't actually have so much access to electricity, maybe you live in Africa or other third world country, having out a battery option might be really good. And as I already earlier mentioned, it also comes out with these text seed phrase things. So as I said, it's 24 words that the seed phrase is for this wallet. That seems to be pretty much the standard. Maybe the Secox wallet that I reviewed was 12 words, but I think at least a Ledger also used a 24 letter thing. And obviously more words, the higher the security it is. And then we obviously have the other battery here. Here is the USB charger that is being used, and you know, it's pretty simple. I think this is industry standard. I've heard some people had problems you know, charging with other things. I haven't tried that out too much. And here is the chargeable battery, and here is the field where you basically put in the charger and get it charged out. But obviously it's good to have both of them. They're kind of easy to carry. They're very lightweight, these batteries. So and here we can plug in. It's like a magnetic thing, so it like the magnetic thing. And here is the power button. And actually, I like it that it's pretty fast. It boots out pretty fast. And the first thing you have to do, obviously, when you boot up the wallet, you have to set up a password. This includes over 10 letters, and you have to use numbers and special letters in it, so it's actually quite complex and not easily crackable. But obviously you have the option to toggle on the fingerprint login also in to the wallet later on. After the password is basically set out, there is a way to do a firmware upgrade. Now, this is maybe one of the downsides of the wallet, which is also an upside. So basically, you need an SD card where you're going to be downloading the firmware, and then you're going to be sliding in that you know, SD card inside the device to basically patch it out. The good thing about this is it's highly secure way to actually patch out the wallet, because this means it's like, this is an air-gapped wallet, meaning that it's not needing to connect into Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to basically operate. It doesn't need that, so it makes it extremely secure. But the issue obviously is that it's kind of hassle to obviously get the SD card because it's sold separately, and I don't like, you know, juggling around with an SD card or like patching that type of stuff and then putting out, you know, the thing. But I would say it's still like very secure way. Might be a bit more inconvenient for some people, however. After you have set out the password or optionally patched out the wallet, now you're going to get access to the settings and everything else. And as you can see, there's a, you know, wide range of different types of security measures here that you can do. You can wipe the device, you can do recovery, face checks, system settings. There's also the page where you can see what is the firmware upgrade, where it's done. You need a micro SD card with a FAT32 format. You can also enable fingerprint, and basically when you're doing all these settings you need to put out the password in. That's why I'm not like typing it in the middle of the video. And then there's like a pattern lock, so you can set out like, oh, is this going to be getting locked every like 15 seconds or every minute? So there's like of different forms of you know, measures of security that the wallet actually offers. And there might be some other settings after you also have patched out it to the latest system version as well. And then obviously there is the wallet page, and here I have Bitcoin, wallet that I have created out. This is a SegWit address, just so you know. You can do signatures here. You can also add multiple different Bitcoin wallets here. So we can add, like, let's add 4 here. Now we have 4 different Bitcoin addresses. This is like a very normal feature, but it's not actually available in a lot of other like multi-coin wallets out there. So the ability to basically print out like new wallet addresses in a very convenient way is very good. And then there's obviously the scan QR code. I'm going to show you about that bit later on. And then there is the watch only here, and here you can choose the Web3. This allows you to basically get into Polygon and other things. And then there's obviously the XRP stuff and the Polkadot. And the touchscreen is pretty good. Obviously, I had a bit of a problem, and my fingers are not really that big, so sometimes I had like a really hard time like typing out the password in the most convenient way. But I have to say, like, this is something that I struggle with like modern you know, phones anyways. And then there's obviously screen brightness, which you can adjust in case you want to like save battery more and things like that. So that's kind of like a neat feature here. And also there's language support for English and Chinese. I'm not sure, are there other languages in case you after you're like patching it. Obviously I would expect there to be support for like something like Spanish or something. That would be kind of like a key thing to have there. But overall, like, I have to say, it's a, you know, pretty decent wallet interface. Then there's obviously the wallet syncing feature, which we probably should, you know, showcase next. Then there is the companion application, which you can download on your Android or iOS devices, and basically you just like show out your wallet address, and then you use your phone to basically scan the QR code, and then it will basically start binding it. This is, you know, Ledger, Secux, Treasure, all of them have these companion applications, and these are like kind of normal, you know, expected features that you're going to be seeing in any type of hardware wallet. And it adds kind of like a layer of security as well. And, you know, in case you want to deal with that. But that's basically how easy it is to basically sync this up. Obviously, you can just import your seed phrase from this hardware wallet to somewhere else. But that's what I basically have to say about Keystone Pro. So kind of like summarizing my thoughts about it, I think the older version is kind of at a very high price point compared to a lot of the competition. So in case the Keystone 3 Pro is going to be amazing, you probably definitely want to go with that as well, because both of them are obviously open source, and there's going to be different forms of like features, and the touchscreen seems a lot more advanced. There seems to be a lot more coins supported there, like Solana, for example, seems to be there on the screen, and it seems to be like a bit more enhanced usability and better like screen, higher quality screen than on the older version. And also you can get these DeFi brandings here, so Solflare or Alien Swap and Dodo Swap. So a lot of these branded versions also available for those people who are looking for them for the launch partners. But I do want to add here that the experience is pretty convenient. It's definitely better than Nano Ledger, which is painful to use. Touchscreens are kind of the way to go. And I don't really have much criticism outside from the price point. And obviously there is the how are we patching these things throughout the SD card. SD cards are not like super expensive. Let's remember that. It's kind of handy to have them, but not having like just a download that I can do through a USB cable to me is kind of inconvenient, to be honest. There's also a feature I did forget to mention is that there is like a linking up to the MetaMask. So there are a lot of these Web3 elements which are supported on the newer version and also on the older version. But stay tuned for more hardware wallet reviews, especially Keystone 3 Pro, which I'm probably going to be reviewing in the near future. And obviously there are a lot of alternatives out there, there are a lot of hardware wallets out there. And I think now than ever, when we had so many hacks going on, it's definitely very important to keep your security all-time high and just like keep your funds safe, because we don't know what's going to be happening on this inflation and things like that. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I will be seeing you in the next video, whenever that may be. Until then, see you soon.